The benefits of a patio are undeniable. It's a great way to extend your indoor living space. Plus, it's a great excuse to just get outside. But not all patios are created equal. From a simple concrete slab to higher-end natural stone, the options are quite extensive. Today, we're going to focus on natural stone and pavers. In particular, how to get a handle on what sizes, shapes, colors, and patterns you may want for your outdoor oasis.
Our process is people will choose our pavers here at our design center, and then we'll bring samples to their house, and they can see how they look against their siding or other masonry product. But we try to have that all lined up before the project starts. Color is important. Generally, we try to look at the color of the home, the siding on the home, whether it's stone or another type of siding. Sometimes there's other masonry on the property. It could be a fireplace or it could be some other masonry feature. What you want to do with colors is get them to blend. You want to have a similar color blend, whether it's in the neutral colors or the gray tones. Bluestone is a product we use a lot here in the Northeast. It's a beautiful look because it has different contrasting colors that are blended into it. If it's installed properly, it's a terrific look. And sometimes when you choose colors, you have to decide whether you want a contrast color. A contrast color is something that would stand out differently. Generally, most of the pavers that are on the market now are made of concrete. And there's a lot of colors, styles, textures, patterns that we work with a house. One of the things we usually design with, if people want a more natural look, you design with what's called curvilinear, where they're curved shapes. And curve looks more natural. Sometimes you tie it into the landscape plantings or just the overall look of the backyard. The other option is being a little bit more formal, and you do more geometric shapes. Geometric meaning angular. And that in turn will actually put you in the direction of what material you should use. That's one of the big decisions you have to make pretty early in the design process. Patterns are, they'll set up the look of the patio. Sometimes we'll lay pavers on a diagonal on a 45-degree angle, or a herringbone pattern, or a mixed paver pattern. Sometimes you run it that it's parallel with the house, sometimes you run it on a 45 with a house. And random pattern, random rectangular is another word that we use. Again, it makes it informal looking where it's not as linear looking. Sometimes you use it if it's going to be a curve-shaped patio, you put a random pattern of stone or pavers that go with it. It's important you have a good view of the patio from inside the house as much as the outside. And sometimes you can mimic some of the architecture of the house. If the house is on a 45 or there's 45-degree angles on a house, you put the pavers on a 45-degree angle. Borders are important because they basically bring your eye to the end of the patio, and if you do them correctly, they'll outline the size and shape of the patio. Sometimes we do borders of a different color to have it stand out a little bit differently, or vice versa. But borders definitely tie everything together, and if they're laid out properly, that's what it does, it'll outline the patio.
Wow, there's a lot to take in, but here's the best part. You are the client in this scenario, so feel empowered and move at your own pace. It's also important to find professionals who are the best fit for you.
It's basically walking a client through it, show them maybe some photos of a similar job. That usually helps a lot of people. A lot of people do online research now through House or other design websites, and that gets you in the ballpark of what they're thinking about. Basically, I think you'll get the best results if you hire a professional, as opposed to trying to do it yourself unless you have the skills to do it. The skills and the vision and the fortitude.
We didn't really know exactly what we wanted, so we really did look to Jacobs and the professionals for helping us. We know this was a large piece of property, so it was really important to really plan it out well. We had nothing back here before we started, and the whole idea of the pool and not losing a lot of our grassy area when the children were young to play was a big part. People are not all in one area. They can really spread out nicely. We say every day and every summer when we come out here that we're so happy with the way everything turned out. We love it, and we feel like we're on a vacation whenever we're in our backyard.
So remember, if a patio's in your future, what you see is what you get. Make sure the vision in your head is as clear as it can be before locking in on color, size, and shape of the products you choose.